All right, since you live by the Mississippi, when I was little, my grandma took me to the start of the Mississippi. And I remember going over the bridge whenever I'd visit Minnesota, and we'd try to spell Mississippi before we could get across the bridge. And my crooked letter, crooked letter, I humpback, I, is how we used to do it as children. So anyways, when I started geeking out on this old map research stuff, and I started realizing everything was renamed and reclaimed, Mississippi is a huge one because there was this Mississippi scheme that was basically like the first financial collapse before America was even America, before it was a country. But I want to flip this over and I want to show you a few cool things for you to check out if you ever get into this old research stuff. And I find all this at raremaps.com. And then I go to just the oldest maps. Okay, so the Mississippi River, as I said yesterday, was called let me show you. Okay, so it used to be called River de Espiritu. And then if you go to Google Translate, that one will translate to River of Spirit, okay? But this one, it says Holy Spirit. So RDS whatever. And then you go translate River of Spirit Holy. S Holy, okay? So I think that's really cool. But let's dive a little deeper. Do you see this? Do you know who Magdalena was? Mary Magdalena? She was a huge part of Jesus's life. And I want to show you a map in a second where everything's getting renamed. But also Saint Joseph over here. All right, so this river, which is now known as the Mississippi River, was called the Holy Spirit River. And it was by Magdalena and St. Joseph. But when it got renamed in 1680s, this begins to change on maps. So from the 1700s onward, it takes them a minute to catch up, right, to rename all this stuff. You will start to see this be called what we now know as the Mississippi River. All right, here it is renamed, now called the Mississippi. But check this out. The renaming begins. So we got this, or used to be called that. Same up here, River of San Juan Marco, or that. So here the name changing begins. 1700s. Full takeover was 1800s. Good times.